The third essential component to explosive movement is proper direction. The big force and short time previously demonstrated have to be applied in the proper direction in order to achieve your goal to becoming a more explosive athlete. Now I'll start breaking this down by applying it to our 3 disciplines of speed taught here at Velocity Sports Performance San Antonio. Now the first of which is acceleration. A good way to explain acceleration is to explain Newton's third law, which is for every action there's an equal but opposite reaction. Now to visually express this, I'm going to have Coach Scott and Coach Christian demonstrate a face-to-face A march. Now as you can see, his foot is being applied, the force of his foot into the ground is being applied back behind his hips in order to propel his body forward. Now, for every action, there's an equal but opposite reaction. The action of the foot being applied behind the hips, propelling the body forward. Now, a common mistake that we see is when an athlete gets set up in their base position, they take too big of a first step. Now, Coach Scott is going to demonstrate this. The first step, which is what the body naturally does, because you're going to feel like you're going to fall on your face, to prevent that feeling, you take a big step out. Now this is counterproductive because the force being applied into the ground is down and forward, the opposite direction being up and backwards, counterproductive to the goal of eventually propelling your body outward. Now another common mistake we see is a side-to-side start. We see this a lot in football players, soccer players, and track athletes. When they get set up in their starting position, they carry their body side to side. Okay, now Coach Scott is going to demonstrate this. Now as you can see, the side-to-side movement of his body obstructs his linear momentum or straight line power. Okay? Everybody knows the quickest way between 2 points is a straight line. Any deviation from that straight line delays your arrival at your eventual destination, whether it be a ball, a tackle, or the finish line. Okay? Now Coach Scott is going to demonstrate the correct way to do the start. Very good. Okay, thank you. So now moving on to multi-directional movement. A common skill in multi-directional movement seen in several sports is shuffling. Okay, now as young athletes, we're taught to reach the leg outside the body in long, loppy steps. Now as you can see, the foot is being applied outside the body, which is obviously just like in your linear start or your frontal start, you are obstructing your momentum into that desired direction. Okay? Now what we want to see, proper direction, pushing an opposite direction to propel yourself in your desired direction. And Coach Scott is going to demonstrate that. Good. As you can see, nice short foot contacts with the ground, pushing in the opposite direction in order to move in the desired direction. Okay, now moving on to max velocity or top end speed. Now top end speed, to maintain your top end speed, one of the components or one of the most important factors in maintaining top end speed is arm action. Okay, one of the drills we do at Velocity is called a standing arm action drill. A lot of times we see athletes swinging their arms side to side. Now to maintain top end speed, you want to maintain again your linear momentum. Now carrying your arms side to side is not going to maintain your linear momentum. The proper way to do it in the proper direction of your arms is straight forward and straight backwards in order to keep your body in a straight line.